So let's look at the actions more than we listen to what the person is saying. Because by us only focusing on the words, then we kind of betraying ourselves too. So as much as you're listening to what the person is saying, and I'm not saying we must have trust issues and not give people the benefit of the doubt, but all I'm saying is that listen to the words, but also pay attention to their actions.
Hello, Smart Moves family. Welcome to the Smart Moves Podcast. My goal is to help you make smart moves through having simple and meaningful conversations. I am Anotando Molosi, the founder and the host of this podcast. If you're ready for us to grow and develop ourselves together, grab a seat, let's have a conversation and unpack today's subject. Enjoy.
Hello, Smart Move Tribe. Welcome to the first episode of Smart Moves. So today, I'll be talking about. I'm even struggling to title today's conversation, but something that has been on my mind is betrayal. And what actually I want to talk about is the fact that when do you where do you draw the line between being betrayed by others and being betrayed by yourselves? Or the actual question that I think I want to ask, to actually speak to what I want to say is, did the next person really betray you, or did you betray yourself with the expectations that you had? The reason I'm asking this is often we find ourselves, I'm not going to exclude myself, often we find ourselves in situations whereby you stay in a situation, you stay for the very long time because you're having hopes, you're having this idea that this is how this is going to how is this going to turn out to be. And when your expectations are not met, then you end up feeling betrayed, feeling disappointed and all that. Okay, let me go deeper in this, maybe to try and explain it. Like, for instance, you get into the relationship with a man, and you know what you want in a relationship. You know the kind of person that you are, besides the person that you dating or you get into the relationship with. You know yourself, you want the loyal relationship, like the type of the relationship that you want. And you get into this relationship with this person, and you find this person drinking, maybe, and they drink almost every day. They go out, and when they go out, they don't have self-respect, or self-control, let me put it that way. They don't have self-control. They go out, they can come back the following day, or they can even go for the whole weekend and not come back. And or you can't even find them on the phone when they are gone. And this person does not have what you call, they can't handle their finances. They just want to blow it, whatever money that they have, they want to blow it, and with things that are not tangible. And there's things, it's a lot of things. I'm just making a few examples. You know yourself. You know that I'm a very strict person. I don't know how to put it without using the word strict, but for the lack of a better word, let me use that. Or let me put it this way. You know that I'm a very disciplined person. I'm disciplined in terms of finances. I've got principles. I don't do certain things. And in your mind already you have an idea of, should I get married one day, I want my husband to be someone that I'm going to be able to pray with, unless there's something that is really serious happening out there. Someone who's going to be present during the dinner time at my family, unless there's something really serious happening out there. Like, not that they're not gonna have their own life, but at least majority of the time, this is the person that you want. You know all those things. You get into this relationship with this person, and you realize that deep down, guys, you always know that this is not it. This is not the type of the relationship that you want. I'm not sure if we so scared to be alone or what, but somehow you stay, even though you know that these situations that are happening, they're not desirable, or it's not what you're looking for. You stay with this person with the hope that things are going to change, and you stay for longer and longer and longer, and when things are not changing, what happens? You go around and you feel betrayed. You know this person is a cheater. He comes home, does not come back. He goes away and does not come back home, and a lot of things. But you still stay. And you know that at certain times you even struggle to get hold of him on the phone because of whatever reason, and they come up with excuses every Monday. And you still stay. And at the end, when you either find out that he was actually really cheating and you still feel betrayed. But if as much as you might feel betrayed, sometimes it's not that the person betrayed you. It's the fact that they didn't change. You found them the way that they are, and you just hope that they're going to change. But when they don't change, then all of a sudden you feel betrayed. Then who betrayed who? I want to believe that if I'm in that situation, then I kind of betrayed myself as well. I know some people are even going to say, but what if he said he's going to change? What if he said this? What if he said that? But you can't be, how can I say it? Okay, let me make another example. Let's say you get into the relationship with the person who is married. And let's say in this case, you know that this person is married. Unless the person came into you and they said they're not married, because it happens. And then in that case, you didn't betray yourself because you didn't know. The person betrayed you because they came and they lied to you in the first place. And you find out that they're married. Okay, let's talk about the situation whereby you know that this person is married. Without judging anyone, guys, life hits us all in different ways. So we're not gonna sit here and judge other people and say, just because I don't believe in this, just because I don't date married people, then I'm gonna expect others not to. Life is about choices. But the aim of what I want to say today, without losing it, is to say, when do you draw the line? Because sometimes maybe you need to look into the situation and decide, maybe I betrayed myself. The person didn't betray me. He was like this the whole time. You date this person, he's married. And then my question is, they always lie, guys. Married people. There's a lot of them who've approached me. They always lie. They always come to and say, my marriage is this. I no longer love my wife. Blah 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 blah. Which for me, I don't care. If you don't love a person, you leave them. You don't get to come to me and want me to be the replacement or to be the person to help you to leave your marriage. I will never do that. You need to decide yourself, because one day I'm also running away from the fact that even if I can be in a relationship with you, then what happens if things don't work out between us? The next thing that you're going to say is, you made me leave my marriage, or you made me leave my girlfriend, or blah blah, or you made me leave my wife, whatever the case is. And that's why the person needs, in my opinion, the person needs to make their decisions on their own and not try to drag other people into them. No, guys, it doesn't work like that. But anyways, this person says all those things. They always come to you and say, my marriage this, my marriage that, my marriage this, and then you fall for it. The question that I've always asked, I'm very honest, especially with the people that are close to my heart, because I know at the end of the day it will hurt you, or it will end in tears, like the famous quote that we use. So if you're close to my heart and you make me comfortable enough to share my views with you and to be honest with you, the people that I love, guys, I'm so honest with them. The question that I always ask the people who do that is, okay, he's coming to you now. He's doing all these things. You know the tricks that he's using at his house when he's coming to you. He's saying, I'm working till late, blah, 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 whatever the excuses that they're using. That time, the wife and or the kids are there. Then he's coming to spend his time with you. He says, I'm working till late. He goes home around 2 a.m. or whatever, and he's with you, right? My question is, you know that this person is married, right? You love him, sure, but you're not gonna get him. Like, it's very few guys that I know that have left their wives for side chicks. Very few. So, and that is not the aim, because for me, I'm not sure how it would also be, even if he can leave his wife. But my biggest worry has always been, you can date this person now. Maybe my brain is working too much. You can date this person now. He makes all these stories to lie to his current wife to be with you, or his current partner to be with you, right? And then my problem is that, what happens if he really gets to leave the partner that he currently has now, and he wants to come and be committed to me full time? One, whenever he's saying to me, while I'm going home, if he used to say to his ex-partner that I'm going home for the weekend and he's coming to me, whenever he says I'm going home and he's going without me, how will I feel? Whenever he says I'm working until late today, I'll come home around 12 or 1, what will happen to your mind? Won't you think that he's doing the same thing? Because my problem is that the people who are cheating, they will do it to anyone, and none of us are immune to cheating partners. So if you can do it on that person and not leave them when they're not happy with them, but be able to go and commit elsewhere, then it means they can do it to me as well. I'm no exceptional. So that has always been my biggest problem. And the thing is, when my question is, if he doesn't leave, what happens? The signs are always there, but we just choose to ignore them. Because if a person is saying I'm not happy and yet they still stay with the person, for me that's red flag number 1. Number 2, then for me it doesn't make sense. When this person now doesn't leave, he comes to you, didn't say he's gonna leave his wife, and then now when he doesn't leave, you feel betrayed. Why? He didn't come to you and say I'm gonna leave. Even if he lied and said that to you, because often people say that, but what if he said to me he's going to change? What if he said to me, or what if he said to me he's going to change? What if to me he said this and that and that? And my point has always been, as much as he might have said that, but what were his actions saying? What were the actions saying? Because if the actions were totally different from what the person is saying, then maybe you also betrayed yourself. Because you can't tell me that one day I want to be your husband, and yet you are the person who, I don't want to feel like I'm judging people, but you are the person who's still cheating on me, because I know for a fact that I don't want a cheating husband. You can't say to me one day, I want to be your husband, I want us to have kids and all that, but you are the person who doesn't leave the taverns or the alcohol places until they actually close down at 4 a.m. in the morning. For me, having a man in my life means protection, means care, means leadership. So how are you going to lead me if you are never present? Who is protecting us, me and my kids, if you're never there? If you can go disappear the whole weekend without even checking on us, how are we, how did we sleep, and yet you still want to get married? Because for me, marriage is, okay, maybe that's a topic for another day, but I saw a quote that spoke about marriage, that if you, it's about set of rules. If you can't obey the rules, then don't get married. So that's what I want to say. Maybe we tend to betray ourselves with the expectations. Let's not forget the fact that communication, as much as it's verbal, but the majority percentage of communication is non-verbal. If I say something else but I do something else, then that is a red flag. If I keep telling you this but my actions keep telling you that, then it's something totally different. If I keep saying to you, okay, this is yellow, this jacket is yellow, but my actions are actually saying this jacket is black, which one do you believe? I guess we should believe the one that we can see, because anyone can tell you that they love you. Anyone, they can tell you all the, like, the people who are good at these things, betraying people and all that, they know exactly what to say to us, especially as females. Like, guys, females, the things that makes us as females, that makes our hearts to melt, it's very little things. So the guys know that. They know that this is what I need to say to her to melt. This is what I need to say to her to open up her heart. For me, I'm a catchist, guys. My friends call me that, and I'm really that. So for me, it's not so easy to say I'm not gonna love him, because I know I cannot cheat. Point number one, I cannot cheat. Point number two, I cannot date two people at the same time. Maybe that's the same point, but I cannot date two people at the same time. And I cannot say, no, I'm just playing. That's not me. Like, it's not me. I know there's a friend of mine who always said to me, because every time, maybe when I'm hurt or something, and I'm like, my friend, now I'm done, I want to be a player. And she would be like, Sissy, please don't waste my time. Like, literally, she would tell me, don't waste my time. And honestly speaking, she's right. She knows me very well. So I know myself, right? So if your actions are something else, then it's best that I leave before it gets out of hand, because I know I won't be able to stand it. I know I'm that loving person that needs people, like someone to be there for me. Like, I have my own specifications of what I want in a partner, or what kind of a partner that I need, you know. So now if this person is gonna absent the whole time, but yet they call themselves my partner, can never be. So what I've learned, guys, I'm no different. Like, I'm saying these things because some of them, they happened to me as well, to a point whereby some of the things that happened, for instance, if you know that this person cannot control themselves, you need to be there for them to be able to have discipline, to not approach other girls. But will you ever find freedom? No, because if now you're going to be this security or the boom gate, that okay, when I'm around, instead of him going out and still be able to control himself and still be able to have self-discipline, to be able to know this is the time, I have someone that I left in my place, I need to go home, or I said I'm gonna go to Anna's place, so I need to go to her before she sleeps or something. I can't go to her at 4 a.m. really now. And then also to know that I have a partner that I love, that loves me and respects me. Therefore, I cannot be approaching all these other girls, you know. Then I cannot be sleeping with everyone. Then for me, if that person cannot do that, if the person cannot do that and have the self-respect, then, sorry, not the self-respect, and have the self-discipline, then for me, that is a problem. Because if the person only needs you to be there, to be able to help them, to prevent the situation from happening, because now you're going out with them. I'm such a reserved person, guys, but I once found myself in a situation where I had to go out, and I feel like I was forced to go out, because I think my partner at the time, he felt like if I'm there, then he won't do all these things. And if I'm there, then it means he will behave. And then that means when we get home, there will be peace. We won't be arguing about unnecessary things. You understand? But I got to a point whereby I was like, no, 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 wait. Let's be able to live our own separate lives besides the relationship. So if that's what you like, going out and all that, I want you to be able to go out without me, but still have the self-discipline to control yourself. I must not be there, because, and I must also be able to go out to the movies and whatever without you. If that's something that makes me happy, I must be able to go out to spa dates or whatever with my friends or alone without you being present, because now it's going to get boring if now all of a sudden you need to accommodate me and I need to now go out more often, because we're trying to prevent this situation from, getting worse. You understand? Then I was like, no, 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 we need to be able to be individuals before we are together, right? My biggest worry was that I will never find peace, right? Because now I'm used as the security guard, right? To safeguard the relationship by going out with my partner every time, so that he doesn't get to approach other ladies because I'll be there, or so that he, when I'm tired, then he gets to get to go home. But if it doesn't feel like going home, why should he be forced to go home? You understand? And so hence I was like, no. And also the problem was with me that the minute I'm not around, the minute I have to go to my home, right? Because we're not even married at the time. The minute I have to go home, now I'm going to be worried that, oh, I wonder what is he doing, and because it means he cannot control himself. I need to be there to control him, of which I didn't want that. And the minute he goes home, now I will have heart attack. I won't have peace because I'll be worried. I wonder what is he doing, because obviously if he's the person who likes to enjoy himself, to go out and drink, he will go out and drink. And when he goes out and drink, there will be other ladies there. But what I wanted was that as much as there is going to do that, and as much as there's gonna be other ladies there, he must be able to control himself without me being present. For me, I think that's the kind of partner that I want, guys. I don't want anyone that only when I'm around, then all of a sudden. I want someone who's going to be able to have self-discipline and to be able to respect me even in my absence. So that was my biggest problem, to a point where I was like, no, 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 no. I got to a point where I pushed him, no, 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 go out. Go enjoy yourself with your friends. And if you can't have self-discipline, then it means we are not meant to be together. And I pushed him without saying that to him, but deep down I was saying, if you can't have self-discipline, if you can't respect me in my absence, then it means we can't be together. I pushed him to a point where I was like, no, go out, have fun, do what makes you happy, because I'll go out, I'll have fun, I'll do what makes me happy. If what makes me happy is to be with my family, is to go out with my friends, is to do this and that, then that's exactly what I'll do. But it doesn't mean just because now I went out with my friends, there won't be men. There's plenty of men. We all get the temptations, guys, at the end of the day. So let's look at the actions more than we listen to what the person is saying. Because by us only focusing on the words, then we kind of betraying ourselves too. So as much as you're listening to what the person is saying, and I'm not saying we must have trust issues and not give people the benefit of the doubt, but what I'm saying is that listen to the words, but also pay attention to their actions. Cheers, my people. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you.